So this is going to be Shining Pearl at any percent. I'm Aspect. I'm joined on the couch by Green Lightning and Bree Free. To start off with, this is going to be running on an old patch. So I'm going to get a prompt every single time. I'm going to get a prompt every single time I enter the game, asking me to update. I will not be updating. This is reliant on the original patch that the game released on, which is version 1.1.1. All carts come with the version 1.1.0. Right, so if we're ready with the timer. Yeah, ready? All right, so 3. Not yet? Yeah.
Keep it turning. Okay, go.
All right, so 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this is not your typical Pokemon run. This is going to be completed in 20 to 25 minutes using some pretty amazing glitches. For some reason, in this version alone of the game, you're allowed to open 2 menus at the same time. So the name, I believe, was Bees. That one in. It's actually quicker to not name your rival in this game. And so yeah, we are going to be using some ridiculous glitches. First I'm going to set my settings. All I'm going to set is fast text speed, animations off, and I'm going to turn the music to 0. For some reason, they changed it so that when you picked up items, the jingle is what determined how long you had to stand there. So battle effects off, and music all the way down to 0. Now, the glitches don't start until we get our Pokemon, but at that point, we're going to be opening a lot of menus. And being able to open 2 menus at the same time will completely break the game. Because you can close one and gain movement, but still have the menu open. It says you interrupt a lot of things. So this is a remake of the original Diamond and Pearl. The original Diamond and Pearl any percent run was about 56 minutes. Yeah, they kind of messed up with this one. They kept the fact that the overworld was on the same matrix, the same map, so you're able to just sort of walk through the void to anywhere you need. Provided you can push yourself out of bounds, which we do have multiple ways of doing so.
Whereas in the original Diamond and Pearl, the only way you can get out of bounds is using the bike, which you can only get about an hour in after you've got the second gym badge. In this one, we are not even getting one.
No, we fight a total of 1 Pokemon. Here we're going to go and pick our starter. We're going to pick Turtwig, because it has the highest chance of 2-shotting this Starly that we're going to fight, which is the final boss.
It's also convenient because it's where the curse is already. Gotta save those frames.
Some story stuff's happening here, I'm not quite sure.
So a byproduct of turning the background music to 0 is that there's a lot of awkward silence. Whenever people run this game on their Twitch streams, they usually have their own music playing, but in this situation...
Yeah, we've had a member of the community create a mod or a auto music player, which plays the music automatically of what route you're on, which is really nice for running this game. So the any percent glitchless run is about 3 hours, 18 minutes. and utilizes a Chimchar into a traded Pokemon, a traded Kadabra. And it's a really interesting run. You have to manage the obedience of the Kadabra through the early game. So that's our last Pokemon defeated. That's the final boss. We now have access to the Pokemon status screen, which is all we need to do any glitch we need. We're just going to open up the Pokemon menu, quickly double tap 2 buttons. We're in a cutscene now.
Yes, we maintain complete movement even though we've got a menu open, because we opened the menu twice, closed it once, and that tricks the game into thinking, oh, you've closed all your menus and everything can run as normal. You just have to be careful with a few text boxes, as it's very easy to crash in this state, surprisingly.
Yeah, anytime you have the main menu open and a text box tries to come up on the screen, it will crash the game. So now I've frozen the game. There is no interaction with the world whatsoever. I set up something called double storage, where I do it twice, and then I close out of a menu while entering the door, which freezes the door's animation, but allows me to maintain movement.
So we skip over all triggers for cutscenes.
There was Dawn 1, here's Dawn 2, there's the first trainee fight.
Don't have to worry about encounters either.
Yep, so the entire world is frozen at the moment, apart from us. And now we're going to go over and get the most broken item in the game, the Old Rod. We need a single key item to be able to complete this game. So the only way to break out of the world freeze at the moment is by saving and quitting. This is how long the game takes to load up. About 30 seconds. It is a very poorly optimized loading screen. We will see this one twice more. Hold on, it's getting there. It's not a black screen.
Still doesn't quite compare to the save time during the old Gen 4 games.
So now the world is active again, so it means loads are active. We're going to go and grab the Old Rod. We only need one key item because we can in fact duplicate which locations it is saved to in our key item menu. So coming up here, we're going to find our lovely GWS lady. She is very useful in that she can push us, and we can store that push for when we want it. So I'm setting up double key item storage. So I've registered the Old Rod up and down. And so now I have access to the key item menu. And so here I'm just quickly stacking up a few menus. If you close out of a window and open the menu at the same time, it puts it underneath all your menus, which means you are able to have sight.
The Pokemon community has decided to call this like making a sandwich. There's the ham, and then there's the bread, except it's like an inverted sandwich.
These sandwiches don't make any sense. So at the moment, according to the community, I have a ham, bread sandwich, which isn't much of a sandwich. So real quick, I'm going to get Legitate. So now I'm flying in the air by using that lady's push at the same time as going over a ledge. Now the world is unfrozen because that's what key items do. And we're about to go out of bounds.
Thankfully, most triggers still trigger regardless of your position in the sky.
Yeah, your Y coordinates don't matter. Come on. Come on, lady. There we go. So I need to see that text appear before I leave. So now I'm going to store that in my save menu. So here I'm doing some very precise movement.
We are actually moving, don't worry.
I should bonk here in a sec. There we go. So we're going to walk directly to the Pokemon League.
And a recent thing that I've added into the Pokemon games is there's a little text box when you open your bag, usually giving you the idea of where to go next. We still need to go to the Pokemon Professor.
I believe that's the case, yes. We need to get our Pokedex.
Yes. We also left our hat at home.
Yeah, it's unnecessary. There's no weather in the void. Alright, so now I'm on top of Celestic Town at the moment, if any of you know the map for the Gen 4 games. I'm just walking along the fog route right now. It's a bit of a long walk.
Time for a readout while we walk.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a reminder to everyone both here and online, we are AusSpeedruns, a group doing speedrun events to help raise money for charity. For this particular event this year, we're raising money for Game On Cancer, a charity which funds early career cancer researchers who are working all across all areas of cancer research. And if you'd like to donate, you can go to donate.ausspeedruns.com. In person, we also have a donation bin that you can donate in person with cash as well. And if you're on Twitch, you can do !donate to get that link as well. Thank you.
So I'm almost to the Pokemon League now. I'm just waiting on a bonk here. There we go. I go. And we're in the Pokemon League. Looks a bit different to how people are probably used to it. That's another save and quit. This loads in the area. So after this, we have to do our Rival 5 fight. That's the trigger right before the lady who checks our Pokemon badges. Now, she is really bad at checking Pokemon badges. She says she's checking them, but she isn't. We're also not going to fight Rival 5 because we have a level 5 Turtwig. So we're going to use a form of Legitate. It's a temporary form of Legitate to going up some escalators. We're going to interrupt that right at the top and just walk our way through around her. So there we go, we're in the Pokemon League.
Triggers go all the way down, all the way up. Because otherwise we'd be stuck under the waterfall. Because we don't have HMO8 waterfall, nor do we have Vulcan's badge in order to use it in the field.
So here I'm going to gain double storage again, which means I'm going to get storage. I backed out too far. There we go. Perfect. Hello, lady. And this is our last save and quit. After this, we have the Elite Four fights. Again, we can't fight anyone. We have a level 5 Turtwig. So we're going to use, once again, another form of interrupting a push, which means we're going to interrupt the push going into the Elite Four room and use it to push us out of bounds on the other side of the wall. This is our inverted sandwich. This is our ham-bread ham sandwich, which is key item, menu, key item. So triggers only work one way. So we do have to walk in front of it and then back into it. So that's one ham, one bread, One hand. Sounded right. Perfect. You see the door isn't open. I'm going to walk up to this wall. Go through the wall. I'm going to do that 3 more times. I'm going to save between each one because it's a pretty tight window.
Something else they introduced in this game specifically is the idea of a backup save. So anytime that you would have triggered an autosave, whether it be entering a building or doing something noteworthy, like I think you probably get in the Pokedex, it forces an autosave, and that exists in tandem with your manual save. So if you use button combination on the main screen, you can go back to your most recent backup save. Ours is just entering Pokemon League. So if Aspect were to unsuccessfully get through the member and not have a save, it wouldn't be run dead necessarily because we'd be able to go back to the beginning of the Pokemon League.
Yeah, I had my manual save right behind the lady anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fine. That's good.
I didn't speak into its existence. That is good.
Bye, Flint. This is our last one. This is Lucian, the Psychic Specialist.
And Cynthia is just a little bit special.
Yeah, Cynthia is unique. And mess that one up.
So we have backup saves.
Well, that's why I saved right before it. So I closed the menu too early, which meant I didn't get the push through the wall. So yeah, they were pretty quick to patch this glitch out, because it also allows for item duping, Pokemon duping. You can surf on land using this as well. You can walk on water. There's some really unique stuff you can do with it. And so these glitches were found, this route was found probably about a week and a half after the launch of the game, which is really quick for a glitched run. But we kind of knew what we were looking for already because of the original game. And that's through Lucian. So now we just have Cynthia. Cynthia is very unique in that all I need is a single ham to interrupt her. I'm just going to walk in. Hey, Cynthia. See ya.
This is where that boss music would play, but alas.
So here I'm going to set up one last key item. I'm just going to hit the elevator, we're going to go up, and I'm going to use it to interrupt a cutscene in the hallway afterwards. So just here, I can run a bit faster than the game pushes us.
Yeah, I'm not usually able to move yourself in that room.
And so time ends on the Fade to Black After Hall of Fame with our level 5 Turtwig that has successfully defeated Cynthia.
And a level 2 Starly?
Yes, we defeated a level 2 Starly, that's about it. So the Fade to Black will be in about 5 seconds or so. And time. So yeah, that's probably one of the most unique Pokemon runs to exist.
And I think the fastest mainline series. Yeah.
Apart from Red and Blue, which has Safe Corruption.
Yeah, no, you're right. But yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.